A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup. A clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, Jeremiah Smith could be disappointed after not being a Heisman finalist last season for Ohio State. But all he did is get back to work, keep his head down, and have an unbelievable summer. He's looking better than ever, and we as college football fans are lucky that we get to watch the best player in the country one more season for the Buckeyes. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. And the Buckeyes kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. One.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Frazier. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Frazier. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's got it again. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the move, it's Jackson. There he goes. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Preseason rankings may not mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but the hype factor, man, off the charts when you start the season as the top dog.
Preseason #1 ranking, part of that because of the success last year, part of that because of the talent they have on the roster. But, David, now you've got to go out and prove it. And I know this team has been very hungry and very excited to finally do that today.
Yeah, and you're the #1 team, so you're getting a lot of pats on the back. And I think the coach is going to be like, all right, listen, let's go earn this. This team has done nothing. We haven't earned anything. Today starts that march where we get to earn something.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. The defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Quick completion on the out route. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
He steps out of bounds at the 42. First down for the offense.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jackson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read him. Nice timing on that in route.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Moving out to the right. The throw. Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, and one of the reasons this guy's dangerous is because if things get off schedule, he can still hurt you. There was no panic, right? He's not just going to take off and go running. He kept his focus downfield, spotted an open guy, and, man, delivered a strike.
The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Jackson. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Well, The defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Opening day, might as well build a little drama with a 3rd and goal early. Tries it on the sneak. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one
touchdown, Buckeye! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get this goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of a field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
To the air, it's Stockton. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it down the field. He is in! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Jackson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's Sayin to throw. Bringing the heat. Gets it to him on the screen. Makes the grab in their space. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing, Sayin. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Saying. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David.
Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Here's a give to Frazier. Maybe some room here. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
It's complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Say it. Throws it deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Stockton. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He slings it deep to the left. Makes a deep grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Off the play fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Stepping to the right. He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Using his feet to buy time. Complete to the right. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry up. Julian with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Again, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Sayin from the gun on third down. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Pressure coming. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Lowers those pads. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Frazier again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. On the run, it's Jackson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Julian saying to throw. Working that left side now. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He's got him. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Quick completion on the out. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Run in the red zone, it's Jackson.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. With the run on 1st and goal. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They can even operate in this noise. Now here's Sayin. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Frazier. Could be an alley. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Bulldog. Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached pay dirt.
And that is an outstanding effort offensively to score again. But what's been going on with the tackling defensively, that's been the biggest issue. Sometimes football just comes down to fundamentals or lack thereof. And that's been the case defensively. Just not able to wrap up and get these offensive players onto the ground. 2 huge broken tackles on that long explosive play. And that's been the story for this defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. The The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Throwing, say it. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Buying some time. Lets it fly. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He's got the tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Third and 6 yards to go. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Sends it downfield. And he throws another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff for Frazier. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Frazier again. There's a crease. He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing touches on a win for his team.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.